Hello and welcome. Right, we are back on it. I was it's ever so strange. I'm going to take this as it was meant to be. Yeah, I was trying to get onto Rizu Forest, and I literally thought, this isn't Rizu Forest. It's Riverbend Springs. Yeah, so I'm here, so let's crack on. Yeah, basically. It's I'll have to do Rizu Forest later. Yeah, definitely. So we've got all of the hay to pick up. We're doing all right. There's a lot of chaff in that, and that's going to be a right pain. We're going to get a lot of chaff bits when we do that. But let's get the hay. I'm going to go into a time lapse. The worker is busy working. It's August. What are we doing? Are we just? I think we're just gathering ready for like winter, aren't we? I'm going to say we are. What did we say we were going to do? Vegetables, yeah. I was going to say we did Tates. We've obviously got a like. I'd like to get us through to the point where we're selling the Tates in December. That'd be nice. This is not really terribly important, so it wouldn't matter if in FS25. I don't think we're getting any loss from leaving it on the fields now. There's a bit of grass there for some reason. Yeah, I don't know why. Yeah, so there's something wrong with this edge of the field that's causing the worker to think this bit here, I think, is it where it keeps on coming up to. It can't. So I think, unfortunately, we're going to have to, I reckon what we're going to do, we will do it at the cost. We're going to make that away from that. What we're going to do, don't need to destroy the entire lot. I'm going to go out on a limb here from what I know of map making and all the rest of it. What edging are we going to use? I think grass. No, still grass. Yeah, it needs to be something like. Let's have a look. What have we got? Yeah, I'm thinking like mud leaves. Okay, let's do mud leaves. Just do an edging. Yeah, because the old way of like showing that the edge of a thing is to put a line of paint, and the workers still observe this to this day. So if we do that on the bit that's not really ours, it should. Bottom line is, if I'm wrong, it's still going to come up here. If I'm right, and this is what is causing the issue, we can see the bit where we can't do. That's the other thing about painting. When you can see this and you've got an edge that's like weird, that like you work as a well, the workers know that this is not our land, but it's certainly something weird's happening. So we'll do that. That sort of declares to the worker that that's the edge of the field. We'll see if that's enough. I would imagine it would be, but we shall see. Yeah, it doesn't look too odd, but I've got to be honest. It's the thing I always sort of try and say. It is a game. There are parameters. It's a computer-based animation and things. Yeah, it observes laws and rules made by giants, and it's your as a player to sort of realize you're in that universe and basically try to learn the rules. It is, and observe them, and not only observe but to your betterment use those things to not cheat. You can of course, it is true. There are content creators that have done that. DJ Goham, I'm not saying, what I'm saying is he uses the rules to his advantage. I'm not calling him a cheat, not in any way structure, because it's up to each one of us how we play the game. It's no one's right to call someone a cheat. If the rule is there that you can do something, then you're not cheating if you observe that rule and you manipulate that rule. Of course, sometimes it makes giants look silly and all the rest of it, and I'm sure that doesn't go down very well. I mean, I'm trying to play realistically, so I'm really not trying to do any of that at all. Yeah, I'll call giants if, like, I think giants deserve calling. So yeah, I don't pull any punches on that. But I also give credit where credit's due, and there is a lot to give credit for. Another update last night. We shall see stability. I was on New Frontier earlier. Did a really quite long session actually. Got us right the way through. We're right up to harvest again on that particular map. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Are we? Yeah, we're leaving him or her, for that matter, doing their bit. We'll just grab some more of this, and we will see next year. because this will be the final cut. We could do one. No, we've got plenty. Yeah, we don't. Again, it's sort of like that thing. We use what we need. This is our grass field. I'm not even like fertilising and well, I would lime it if we did lime it. That's the other thing. We're going through the years quickly. You see, on New Frontier, it seems like a minute since I last limed the fields, and they're asking for lime again. And I was moaning earlier, and I thought, well, we are going through the years, and we are sometimes doing like 2 crops, as in like we do one crop and then prep another one, and it's like in the ground. So let's be careful of that. So you do get through the years quickly. Then you are gonna, a base game, the liming, it's so many crops, isn't it? It's not as simple as like years. I often sort of try to think of it in years, but it's not. It's more, it's a bit different to years. It's like so many crops in the field or something like that, I seem to recall. Yeah, for some reason we've got an awful lot of chaff around ours, whereas the one on, mind you, I didn't have so much silage in the pit on New Frontier. We only did 34 tons. It's a very different beast. So don't think, yeah, I'm not. Let's have a look how much we've got in here as well, because it doesn't really matter. Oh wow, that's a nasty bump that one was. Oh, and yes, we do need to. Yeah, it's weird. I think sometimes I think there's no collisions on that. Right, so how much have we got of all this? 58 tons of hay, silage 17, straw 79. So the straw's the least. We could do another couple of runs, really. That wouldn't hurt. Because it does need getting off the field as well. That's the other thing. It's no good leaving the hay. It does sort of leave a lot of work because you can't always see it, and then you get the thing of like the fluffy mods, all of this type. We've only got the fluffy mods now, and we only had the fluffy mods in FS22. Now in FS19 we had the snowblower, as it was called, that was adapted, and I fell in love with that. Used it in FS19. We didn't drop in FS22, but this is its equivalent. I'm not saying it's better, and it's not. It's got the same shortcomings in so much as it can only pick up one thing, and if there are 2 things on the field, it will drive you crazy. It did me earlier, especially when you're doing the clamps, because if you've got some chaff in there, you're gonna pick. You can guarantee you're gonna pick the chaff up as well as silage. Then you've got to start. Yeah, a good sort of tip. No, I've not done it myself since FS19 is sometimes to have one of the little boxes that accepts all things, because the game, this will see it as a trailer, and then if it's got that empty box next to something, it will spit out its chaff into the box, and you can use that box time and time again, like if it's next to a silage pit, and it'll just keep chucking it in. It's, yeah, I mean, it's not a perfect solution, but it does work. I've done it myself in FS19 when it annoyed me enough. I actually thought, right, it's about time we did something about this. Let's get a plan in, and you can do it, or a cheap trailer. I used to have the boxes in FS19, but yeah, no, we did in FS22. I never did use them like that. Yeah, the refillable pallets, we had those. We had plastic boxes in FS19. I used to like stick seed stores on the edge of, because they were very inexpensive as a plastic box is. So yeah, that worked quite well. And again, you could stick those at certain points next to clamps, both ends, something like that, and that would be fine. It would work very nicely. So yeah, just a tip. I do love that Tedder. I don't often, obviously it's weird, obviously coming from FS22, I nearly always went for the Omatana farm supply production, nearly always. I seriously miss that, but I'm doing what you do. Like the Tedder is obviously the predecessor to that, to convert. Yeah, it used to do so many jobs, it was unbelievable. I didn't always appreciate it, how good it was, but it is true, in time. It's my alarm. Yeah, I'm off work for a couple of days, so I'm really feeling burnt out, you could say, emotionally, mentally, and every other way. I'm hoping to get back tomorrow to work. Typically we're rolling out firewalls, and it's my job to do that. Typically, I think that's part of it. I've pushed myself a bit too hard, and I think I mentioned it yesterday, so I'm probably just repeating myself. Yeah, it's some different Let's Plays, and you sometimes forget what you said as well. But yeah, just, I suppose it's just an explanation of like how you are in a day, really. So I'm not going to go into the great details, but I'm not really. Yeah, I can sit down, I can like do that type of thing, but the second I start to move around and stuff like that, it really is, it's quite tough. So we'll do one more for posterity, I think. So we could buy that other smaller fields, but I think it's, yeah, the other one's about 140, which of course, oh, that's right, I did look on Rizu Forest. Now it's, yeah, I calculated it out. It's 1.27, so 0.27, almost a third bigger. It's 27% larger, the field there. So actually, the Rizu Forest one was much bigger than I thought it was. And I did a calculation, and we should have 270 tons of potatoes if you compared fields. So we have got, if we look at potatoes, 256. So we were shortchanged by 20 tons. That does damage the crop a little, but I've got to be honest. I mean, it does also slow down to potato speed, which that's a bit of a pain because you've got like not an advantage to the potato side. But to be honest, when I think of like the loss of 50%, I would say we're losing about 10-15% of crop to the use of that particular harvester. That is acceptable, because I was thinking, when you really consider it, what's actually happening is a harvester's being converted and being told that it can now do other kinds of crops. That doesn't mean it's equipped. It doesn't mean to say the physics are like happy that that's what's going to happen. It's just that it's now told it can do that. So if like its physicality would in real life rip the potatoes partially to pieces because of its design, then that's exactly what it will do. But it will still lift the potatoes. It just won't do a very good job. Now that's what the T440 did. It didn't seem to, I can't remember what its proper, whether it is a potato harvester, because if it is, it should have functioned normally as a potato harvester, and it didn't. You know, that was the real, I can't remember what it is, if it's a sugar beet harvester. I don't think we've got it, have we, in this? We've got the Homer, but it's not exactly the same, the T440. It'd be interesting to sort of see. He did make improvements, and I thought it had been improved on the vegetable side of things, because I used it quite extensively on Vouillet Normandy, and it seemed to do quite a good job on all of the vegetables. I didn't think the losses were like they were still getting 400 tons, 200 tons, 300 tons from fields that I thought that was about right. So yeah, I'm not sure. This is there's a little bit of loss, but what I mean is to have the versatility. Are you prepared to put up with that? That's the question you need to ask. So testing, I don't think I need to test it any further. I'm quite happy with that. We did lose crop, but this field was nowhere near it. Yeah, it's weird because I look at Rizu Forest. It was 3.74 hectares and ours is 4.74. So it's, as I said, almost a third bigger than the one in Rizu Forest, but not as big as I thought. So I obviously your mind does play tricks, and you like think, oh, I'm going to double my output on this. I'm going to make twice as much. So we're not going to make twice as much. We would have made a little bit more, probably 75 or something like that, had things not gone wrong. But yeah, it did. So that's it. Yeah, so I did take screenshots. I hope I remember to actually put that. Now that's weird. My microphone's got red. I'm just checking the volume levels. Yeah, because it's weird. Every single time, I'm just going to knock my filtering down because it's just a little bit too high. I've only got +2 decibels because it's been a bit quiet on a couple of videos. Now I seem to be in the red all the time, which is a bit odd. It seems to like change its levels every now and again. It really makes no sense. And then one time I'll get, oh, what do they call it? When your voice crackles a bit. There's a proper term for it, and I say my words and brain. It's not as it normally. Yeah, why it's still doing those low level things, and then it goes high level again. It's really bizarre. Yeah, how it's doing that. Though I'd say though that update hasn't fixed the graphical glitches. No, it's still doing weird. It's mixing its meshes up. Yeah, where it goes to high res and low res. It's low res at the minute almost all the time. Yeah, on like grass. That grass is awful. It's very, very low res. And yet other things are high res, like the ground, that is really high res ground. The grass is awful. So yeah, it's very bizarre. Right, so I think they're nearly finished, to be honest. I think that is about done. It would be nice to have a second field. I know we've got the grass fields. Oh, wow, that was a real long... Was it not? Let's have a look. Yeah, I was right. Let's just put that down because you missed a bit. Fantastic. Excellent. Have we haven't got a stone picker, have we? No, it's the one thing we haven't got. At least I don't think we have. Yeah, there's a couple of Let's Plays. This one and New Frontier. We nearly got to buy one, New Frontier, but we didn't really have the cash. So, yeah, it is what it is. Now, let's stick this here. This is the other header for the vegetables and sugar beets and all the beets and all that type of stuff. Yeah, this is quite good because it sort of sits... If you let go of it, it drops and then drops underneath it. It was quite a neat little trick. Right, it's nice to see Omatana's handiwork as well. It is. Yeah, one of my favourite modders. One of the most wide sort of ranging mods that you could possibly get. Yeah, it really is amazing. Again, Black Sheep Modding, 82 Studios. Well, there's a lot, really. DD Mod Passion, yeah, you could go on and on and on, really. Rawley Christie, yeah, I'd not forget Rawley Christie. There's some cracking mods. Right, anyway, enough of this naming names. And so we've got that ready. It is August. We've got this on the fields. We will keep plucking away at this. Let's have a look how much food have we got, because obviously the newest endeavour we've gone into is our animals. Yeah, I'm doing this now on quite a few of the Let's Plays. Again, we're not building empires like I originally thought. Yeah, we're not 15 tons of slurry. Yeah, the other thing is, obviously, at present, I mean, I was looking at the price of slurry and manure. You're practically giving it away. I knew it's a bit of an insult to have to lug it across the map to get 1,000 for a full thing. It really is sort of very... So it would be nice. We have our manure spreader. So yeah, and we've also got our... This now I did notice in editing that although this originally said it was connected to, when I did that bit of like smoothing on the front of this, all of a sudden it's weird. You don't notice at the time because I'm too busy talking to you. So it now no longer says connected to. So yeah, and it's got an exclamation mark. I think it always has that. So we're going to delete this and re-add it, because I think that did something to it, because it no longer says connected to. So let's see if we stick that down. Silos. It is silos. So I must actually change its thing a little bit. Let's see. It should. We had to put it down by B mode because it was perfectly right. So just make sure we can go back as far as we can, and it's still level. Let's see if it's connected to... Yes, that's back again. So yeah, words to the wise, it does seem a little bit temperamental at present, that if you disturb it. So hopefully we should have manure start to appear at some point. Got plenty of straw. It's going down very little. A little tiny bit of buffalo milk and the slurry. It is August. Let's try and crack on now. What have we got to sell? I think it's March. I think we've only got the one oil, haven't we? We've not got canola or anything like that at present. We've not bought another field, have we? We're just talking about it. Yeah, we've just got the two originals, the grass field, and I do like our farmyard. That's taken shape now really nicely. A lot more compact than this very, very big sort of expanse. And yet we've almost got the same amount of buildings. We've probably got... Yeah, I do like the shed though. I like the style of that shed. It's Really quite nice. Although I don't know that they've got the one I like. The main farmyard, that's really nice. I'm not normally one to spend like 65 grand. To me, being a start from scratch is a lot of cash to spend down on a shed, but I would willingly do that. I don't think we could have the space on this one. We were a bit space starved. But I do like that red barn that you do get on the original Riverbend Springs thing. It's really quite good. Still low meshes, very, very low. Yeah, it's not changing. But at least it's not going between the two, I suppose. Right, anyway, let's go through till... Yeah, did we? Yeah, we will have checked the sales, but let's have a look. Oh, we have a... Yeah, there's a few more. The 2-row billet panther. I would like to do some sugar, but obviously there's new crops and that, and everybody would like to see the new crops. But I mean, I don't want to forget sugar cane. I do love it. We might do a let's play that does all of the sugars. That would be quite nice to do that, I think. But anyway, yeah, let's go through till September morning, and we do want it on 9. So we've prepped our big fields thanks to our, well, when I say we, the royal we, me and my workers. Yes, no man is an island. You can't do it all off your own back. Not when you start to get to a certain size. Well, you can, sort of, but so food's down to 20 tons, buffalo milk is up to 412 litres, straw, and sorry, now the interesting, yeah, what I'd like to see, let's also see how much, wow, so on top of the one we can see, there's almost 8 tons of sunflower oil, and how much left in, yeah, seven and a half, which is produce about 5 tons. So that's going to be quite... Oh, and we do have manure. Fantastic. So it's a good job we did that. That would not have happened. Yeah, so we've now got 4 tons of manure, which means our straw is going to be going down. Yeah, now we've got to keep that topped up because Giants, unless they've changed it for FS25, they do the amount of manure based upon the amount of straw you've got, not the amount of animals, unless, as I say, they've changed it. So this was brought to their attention, well, probably a long time ago. So food's okay, it's not going down a lot because we've only got 15 animals. Our 50% reproduction, we're halfway to those reproducing. I think we'll leave the milk until tomorrow. This is what I'm interested in seeing, because we did put quite a bit in. Yeah, I thought I thought that we'd see that. So we've got 1.6 tons of buffalo milk, and I don't think we've got any. I know though, that is, yeah, that is just literally the input. The butter 495, and the mozzarella 65 litres. So it really is going to take a while before we carve an empire out with this. Yeah, I understand. And again, it's early days. We've only got, like, this is the best, and I don't mean this in a derogatory way either. It's a beautiful building. I'm very pleased with it. What I mean is, if you were going to do justice to these, you would need more than like this enclosure. You'd need a bigger enclosure to actually do any sort of, I mean, once we're up to 30 animals, I would say that that's going to be, it'll make a difference. As I said, if this was filled, we would probably get 1,000 litres guesstimate per day. So yeah, I mean, we've got 412 now. That was in one day. So I don't know, we might actually do better than you think. Right, so that's prepped. We've not got anything. Oh, taters. I'm going to say, aren't you forgetting your taters? They're the thing we're waiting for in December. So let's go through till October morning. That's the thing, and that's going to be a bit of a, that's going to be a job and a half, really. Yeah, I'm hoping that the price to our nearest sell point is reasonable, so that we don't have to like go or halfway across the map or something silly. If the price is worth doing so, though, then we will indeed do that. I'm trying to think of our tractors. That is a really good price. Mulcher 5.6 meters. I think we would need bigger. I think it is a good price. Do we do that? As I said, I think we're all right for tractors. If we get one that is a super duper deal and it's sort of like, or like the yeah. Because the thing is, the ones that aren't appearing, Although that really is in the medium tractor range, the T series. Yeah, the ones you don't seem to see a lot of are the ones, say, this row here, which that is 168. So I suppose really, what horsepower is it as well? That's the other thing. It's 210, so it's its lowest. Oh, it's a nice colour. I think our existing tractor, I think it's 171, and that's its highest. The Fendt, it's 171, and I think that's as high as it goes. And I think the other one, I can't go. Wasn't it? Is we have the Challenger on this? Oh yeah, we have got the Challenger that is capable of 225. So that would be like up there at that straight away. But I'm just trying to think. I mean, it would be good for the ploughing. It would cripple us, and we're really looking for the field. So I think there comes a certain point where you've got to like think your priorities. I think our priorities is the field, really. So it's October. I would imagine the food is getting a little bit lower. 15 tons. I think we'll go and do a mix. Yeah, I think it's too. Yeah, we'll borrow you. You can quite easily manage. Oh, I thought I'd start everybody's engines. Obviously not. Let's go grab a mix. I don't think I've had mixed then, so let's go and literally do a mix. Yeah, so we can do our own manure spreading. That's going to save us cash, which is what it's all about, really. We also look for a slurry spreader, even if it's a smaller one. So we are at that point going to need more tractors to actually achieve our goals. It's a bit battered inside, isn't it, this? I did notice it when I bought it. But hey ho, it does the job. That's all that really matters. Yeah, the meshes on that are not right. I don't know. It's hard to say, really. Right, so we want... Let's try about 8 tons. And then... straw about 6. And then... hay about the rest, I think. Fantastic, because the one thing we've got a lot of is hay. So yeah, it don't really matter. 24 tons. Now this was a real bargain, and the one that again you can do your buying and selling, but I'm not going to make a massive thing of it. It is a farming game, but it is nice to know. It would be nice to know the rules, because if you can see something that you could make 20,000 on, it's not a bad way to do things. People make a living from it, so it's yeah, not really. No, I think it's the other way. Oh, okay. That is the right hand side then. Now let's go and check what the milk is up to. It is up to 862 litres. We'll leave it for now. So we will say goodbye to that beautiful tractor, and if there was a bigger nosh, like an 8 or something like that, I think I would go for it. It's just that, although you can plod along nicely and do it, the other thing is, I think it's mulching is really for cereal-based crops. We're not likely to be doing anything like that. All of our crops really are root crops, so we're going to be ploughing nearly every time. So for us personally, it's a bit of a waste. I don't know if the game doesn't care about that and you can just mulch anyway, but yeah, well, I'm trying to play realistically. So let's go through to November morning. We will check the sales over my morning breakfast and see if there are any really good. I mean, we could have made some cash off that again, but I don't want this to detract from the farms, the progress on the farm. I don't mean I won't dabble, but I don't want it to be like this is like eBay on Farming Simulator, as I keep saying. It's true. The Macdon header at 12.2 half price. The Stego 38% off for the 4.9 metre. I do like the Holoras, I do, but yeah, the Weber actually is that's out. So November. Now, what are our prices like? Because they can sometimes be as good the month before. No, we're not looking at barley, we're looking at potatoes. Now the top price is 251, and Goldcrest Valley, grain barge. Well, in fact, everything. Grain, isn't that the one that's closest to us? Let's tag it. I think that's the one we went to last time. It really is just down the road if it's that one. So really, did that not tag? That's the restaurant. No, we did go to the restaurant last time. So whereabouts is that then? We did ask it to tag. Grain River Silo. What else then? What else sells it? Let's have a look at... Oh, that is saying the Grain River Silo is the best. Well, it's worth trailing that. It's given us an extra bit of cash. Let's see value at all stations though, because if it's only a little bit, 64, nearly 65, Grain Barge Terminal 2, Terminal 1, Goldcrest Valley Farmers Market is the worst. So, Grain Barge Terminal 1 and 2? What about that? There is one not too far down the road, so if that's... Oh no, that's a restaurant, isn't it, I think? What is that one? Grain Barge Terminal 1. That is the one. So that's not terribly an awful long way away, is it? So I think we'll go there. Right, so then it's the time that we have been waiting for, and we will literally... Have I got the right one tagged? I don't think I have I? Let's tag the right one. Fantastic. It always helps to be pointed to the right place. Right, let's get these taters done. I'm going to time lapse it because there is quite a lot of lugging to do. I think there are 4 or 5 sets. Now we could keep, if it's like mainly 4, we could keep 4, and like if there's 10 tons up, we could keep that for the taters, as in for like the seeds for like the next time we do potatoes. If we can ever find the potatoes, that is. Yeah. So we're going to do 240. So we could leave that last bit for like doing some taters, because we could always do potatoes as well, as in like, yeah, I mean, we're going to do vegetables too, but we could do, I mean, we could also look out for a potato planter now that we know. Right, anyway, I'm going to go into time lapse because this is, I say, there's 4 journeys. I don't want the entire session to be me like waffling on, so I'm going to say my words. I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side. Now, this is going to struggle a bit. Yeah, I know I've just said my words. It doesn't seem to be struggling too much on the road. It struggles a bit against the ridges. But anyway, yeah, I'm going to go into my time lapse. I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side. Right, that's that done. Another job done, 163,974. Now, there's a couple of things I've been thinking. One, yeah, it's something I've not paid much attention to. When, a bit like we are making a farmyard from scratch. Now, the silo, I'm turning around my lorry every single time on the grass. Now, it is true in real life you'd have problems, so it really would do for us to pour some concrete down in the bit where the lorry is going to turn around every single year to make it into a realistic farmyard. And I've got to pay more attention to this type of thing. The things that you do, the things that you know, like in real life, would have consequences. This going on a November morning on this would cause issues. So yeah, I mean, I'll so we will be doing things like that. Actually, the concrete and stuff like that. Let's just check. Yeah, 19 tons, a bit too much, but yeah, I'll either take it all, so we'll leave that. That would be for seed potatoes. Now then, this is the best time of year for buying a field, because it'll either have crops like canola that will go to next year, or it'll already have been done and it'll just be, yeah, so we have that's growing, and that's going to be done this year. Now, I do prefer field 60, so we could just wait for that to be yeah, like done. Now let's also, we've topped the food up, we've got our manure coming, growing, our slurry. What, I've not been checking the slurry. What is that up to? It's up to, oh, reproduction 70%. This is why I wanted to get these on quickly. So slurry 26 tons, wow, 30 tons of food. We've topped that up. Buffalo milk is over, yeah, 1,300. Let's go and grab that and also see how we're doing on our empire building milk and dairy. Yeah, it's not going to be something massive, but I've got to be honest. I mean, yeah, were we in FS22, we would have the means of the best businesses. That the fertilizer business is a real cracker, and I'm hoping. Ooh, wow. Okay. A pallet of bull. Oh no, we know this is worth about £1,000. So yeah, it's not bad. It's only a few months. So butter's 586. The mozzarella's up to 211. The milk's not going down a lot. That's the one thing that is quite amazing about this is the milk is sort of not expands, but yeah, we can see that the processors are really quite generous. Yeah, I've to be honest, I have done very little to this because there was no need. Right, let's get this put in. So the butter, yeah, we'll wait till it's up to 5 or 6 tons, he says as he bashes into the frame of the. Fantastic. We did check the sales already. They're fed and the milk's gone, and so we've got slurry and manure coming out of her ears. If it makes sense for us to take 60 tons of manure, I have done it a few times, but to be honest, we've got a manure spreader. It'll just save us a fortune. I mean, yes, it's going to run out, but that's the beauty of designing your farm with the centre point being the things where you're going to, and that's what I was saying. Why by design, our farm is in the centre of what is going to be the fields that we go for, and that was by design. And that's the beauty of having a farm that you choose yourself if you do that kind of design in mind. So then, if we'll go through till December morning, we've done everything we need to till March, which is the next product we sell. And obviously the butter and that we can do whenever we've got the butter and that done. So you can see I've not upped this. It's not like pounding out 1.5 tons of butter every day or anything like that. Although, to be honest, yeah, I mean, I have, even on FS22, you could have that. Leasing costs. What am I leasing that I haven't released? Ooh, wow. Yeah, what am I leasing that I've forgotten to send back? Oh, yes. My bad. Just that one, I think. Yeah, we did send the mower and that back. So yeah, this should be all right for food this morning. That's the beauty of having 80% reproduction rate. So not going to be long. And then, of course, the food will go down more. So food's at 28 tonnes. It is going down. Buffalo milk up to 450. So it's about half a tonne. My estimate for 60 odd was definitely going to be out. Definitely 100%. Now then, I did see some very interesting things. Yeah, we saw this earlier. 200 horsepower. That's an interesting fence. We've got that on. It would clear us out though. But it is an interesting fence. But really, it's no... Oh, wow. Twin wheels for 0. Wow, that would be a bit of a beast, wouldn't it? So it's only 203 horsepower, but has the capability of... Yeah, let's have a look. How much to do the engine to be 300? That's the real kicker. Oh, 303. 30. Oh, that's not bad, actually. I mean, it would literally cripple us, but you don't have to do that. We could sort of... 98 would only leave us... We could buy the little field, because it would set us... Let's have a look. Let's have a look. It's 61% off. You're not really going to get that kind of much better than that unless you've got 70% off, and that's going to be rare. But I mean, yeah, the other thing is, this is what I was saying. That's obviously a lot less horsepower, but there are going to be others like the 230 that you're going to get. It's sometimes the team that we've got can manage all of the jobs that we've actually got, and that's the thing that we've got to remember. So as much as I love every tractor, especially my fence, then we can manage with what we've got at the minute. Oh wow, 12 tons of sunflower oil. That's better than even... Oh, we're nearly out of sunflowers. Wow. So fields is top priority. So we should now, all crops apart from those ready for next year. Yeah, so 60 should now be empty. Oh wow, you let it wither. Wow, sacrilege. Right, well, I think we'll buy this field. If I can actually... Yes. Let's see what it needs doing, because we can start to do whatever needs to be done on it. It's completely fertilised, so we don't need to do any of that. Does it need any lime? No. Oh, next door does, but this one doesn't. So really, this one is ready to rock and roll. We could no-till it straight away. That's what have we got? Yeah, we have. Has us a no-till. But yeah, that we has as a vegetable. No, yeah, we need to do that. I was forgetting our vegetable planter. You will do nicely, and you're right next to the implement you're going to need. We could do the stone picker, because if we're going to like plough this all the time, plough all the time, we really could do with a stone picker, maybe the 9.5. We've got 41 grand. Well, that's not bad when you think we've just expanded, really, on top of the fact that we've also bought our cows and all the rest of it. So field 60, set this going. And we will go through right the way to March, is what I'm thinking. Yeah, we would like to buy that field next door as well. But this is the bigger of the two, marginally. Yeah, 2.08 versus 2.06. So we are talking, yeah, it goes bigger that way, doesn't it? So there's not a lot in it. But yeah, so I would like to sort of buy these. And then we've got the little ones. I think one of these comes with a forest. And that was the cheap one, wasn't it? And then that one comes with a forest. That one's just itself. I don't think I want to be going much higher than that. We might go down to 6, because obviously it touches on down here, so that's not too bad. Yeah, that's 213. Yeah, it's too late now. We bought 60. Yeah, we're for hook or by crook. Oh, I didn't see that there was a bridge leading to the back of our grounds. Oh wow! So it's amazing sometimes. Just a matter of change of perspective, and you can see, yeah, it does. It comes out there, and I will have passed it lots and lots of times. So that is quite amazing. No, that's not what I want to do at all. Yeah, so we unfortunately have got to say goodbye to that beautiful event unless it's there tomorrow morning and we have a windfall of ginormous amounts. Yeah, really. Visit. Yeah, let's just have a look at. So we're up to 450 litres of buffalo milk. Yeah, food. Straw is still good, but we will need to. We could grab a couple now, couldn't we, really? Grab a couple of the bales and drop them in. Yeah, because if this is based upon the Giants method of how much straw you've got in, we don't want that to be dropping so the manure is less, really. We would like this to sort of do as, yeah, where, I mean, that sunflower oil that's nearly out, that is going to sell for quite a considerable amount. So over the winter, yeah, let's just grab one of these. Should really be able to just drop it straight like that. If we could stick another one on top. I'm not sure if this has got the old thing of where something's on top of and it dissolves, it's still in the air. We shall see. These are all little rules that can go from one iteration of FS to another until it's fixed permanently. Now that should fall when that does, but we shall see. Yeah, it's all about gravity. And yeah, I thought I'd grab that lime as well. I knew there was a lime station, got to be fairly close. There might be one at the old farm, but I don't think there is, so that's not too bad, really. Right, let's go through till January morning. Say goodbye to that beautiful fence. Yeah, because our butter can't really buy us out of this. It's 1,000 odd for that ton, so we should see in the morning what else we have got in there, though. Yeah, I'm intrigued. Obviously, a lot of it is gauging how. Let's have a look how we're doing. Wow, 33 tons of slurry, though. That is amazing. Nearly another 1,000 litres of straws, 30 tons, and it's still, yeah, they're still not dissolved at all. And how are we doing for the manure? Wow, it's 21 tons. Now, I'm not sure whether this is the ones where you've got to, I think Giants you've got to work for it. Although I don't know. I'm sure at the end of FS22 you just backed in and it did say you could like grab it. Oh, we've got two of them. Fantastic. And almost a third. 2338. Yeah, see, the buffalo milk isn't going down a lot. Hang on a minute. No, I don't think it's seeing this. No, it's 900. But is it seeing this? That's what I mean. It'd be interesting to see if when this is going down, the mozzarella is very, very slow. Perhaps that does need tweaking a little to make it a little bit faster, because that I doubt that's going to produce a ton a year at that rate. So I think I might need to tweak that. I thought I had, to be honest, but perhaps I didn't tweak it enough. I think it was somewhat really slow, like 0.2, and I tweaked it to 1. So that to me looks like it's even 1 is way too low, and 0.2 means you'd produce, I don't know, a ton every 3 years. Something like that. Let's look at the sales. Yes, it's gone. Now we do need, this is another thing that creeps up in the sales quite a lot. 117 horsepower. We have already got a nice little one. I like the Zetas as well. It's a good price, but it's a good price anyway, even at full price. That we could do with. I'm not a massive fan. That's a point, actually. Yeah, there is that new one. It's not much bigger than the one that you can get for 15,000 now in low loaders. I'm not a massive fan, but at this stage of the game, if you go in low loaders, yeah, I'm not a massive fan of the Bremer. But for grabbing a few bits and bobs down at the, I mean, I know we can do ours, but this, it's about the same size. And a bit wider, but also has the advantage that you can put it right low and then lift it, as we all know. I'm not trying to tell you anything. That's 15,000 brand new. But I do think the DTS is longer. I use it a lot on... So to get that in the sales for half price is a bit tempting. But I think we'll wait for things like the stone picker and stuff. My plan is to get us to March, is what I'm hoping. So 23 tons, we should get berths in the morning. That is, yeah, for that alone. Straw 30,000, slurry 33. Food we can definitely go till tomorrow morning. So let's do it. I'm well chuffed about the potatoes. Yeah, so that did enable us to do, well, that and everything else that we've done over the year has, well, also the cows. You can't ignore that we, through going as early as we did, we now have more cows. Yeah, we now have 30 cows. Obviously, only, yeah, oh, I like the fact you can see the little ones. That is amazing. Well, no, yeah, little ones. Yeah, amazing. That is quite fantastic. I love it. So the food is down to 17,000. Do we do... I think we'll do a mix now. And then we'll have a bit spare. I do. Let's go do it. Did we check the sales? We did not. Now we've already got one. That's only an 8 metre spread though. Yeah, I'm not a massive fan of something that small. I have had them occasionally. That's a beaut, but again, yeah, we'll make do with our little humble front loader. It does the job that we need it to do. Yeah, if we got a good like telehandler or something like that, and it was a really good price. Yeah, we seem to see. I mean, I have seen telehandlers, but the wheel loaders and the Volvos seem to come up quite frequently. Again, yeah, something that like over and over again that we seem to be getting. Right, so what are we going to do? Yeah, we know we've got... Yeah, that's it. We've got our vegetable planter. I do think that 3 metre, though, is going to struggle somewhat. So I'm a little bit tempted to probably... yeah, vegetables is the strength, isn't it, really? Yeah, no, this is going to take all of our silage. And that is about right. Oh, apologise. We're a little bit on the edge at that, aren't we? That's a bit smashing. Yeah, I mean, this really was a deal of a lifetime. 70% off. Well chuffed with this. Yeah, so we really do need to know what we're doing. Now then, I would imagine our worker's not far off finished with that 9 metre. How are we doing for the milk? 1.3 tonnes, so that one's doing right now. Well, when I say right now, I mean like, yes. Let's go grab that. So we've got manure for fertiliser for this time. We might, I don't know that we'll be able to do it all. It really, we should look for this. I don't know that there's anything like my favourite from FS25. That's not in the game yet. Yeah, well, we could have a look to see. I don't think there are any reasonable ones, but we should see. Actually, I tell a fib. That nice Anna burger. That's... Yeah, they build it with different bodies. We could have a look at that. What I mean is we really have got to use our assets wisely, as far as I'm concerned. Right, we're a little bit too far out of that. Let's have a look. I mean, you can't wait for the sales for everything. That's what I mean. You can't. It's not like... I think he's on his last little bit. Let's have a look at slurry tankers. Is there anything at all that is... Ah, the Recordia. Yeah, 15 metre spread. I think this has got... Yeah, it has My favourite was the Moesca Duo. That's the Moesca. So it has actually, yeah, it's the, as it calls it, the Mosca. Is that just a different baffle, isn't it? Yeah, the Duo is a really cracker. Does that alter the spread? No, they're both the same. I'm happy with either that actually works. So the hub colour, I would be happy. I don't think that's a bad price, really, for a 15 metre spread. I would get a very good use for our slurry. It's only a little tank, 7 cubic metres. We're going to be filling it up forever. That's true. That's the downside to it, isn't it? Really. That's when you. Yeah, but the Annaberger is what I was looking at. 18 cubic metre, and doesn't tell you the spread on it. That's a 15 metre. It's only a little bit bigger, really. 3 times the expense. Same. It doesn't tell you its spread because it uses. Yeah, it uses the other systems. It's I think I'm right in saying it is not just a tanker. That's got the slurry thing business. That's 45,000. The profit is 60 for a 20 cubic meter. 260 requirement. We could probably just about get away with that. But again, that's another one that needs the additional. Yeah, again, it's got that, and they tend to be quite expensive. We do see this in the sales for 200,000. Oh, 32 cubic meters. Seven again. Yeah, that's true. We need to look at the price of the slurry tools, don't we? Really, because this is where it gets silly. Yeah, we could, I suppose. I've seen a couple of the Bomex. See, that's not bad. I mean, in the sales it wouldn't be bad, but I mean, to be honest, all things considered, I think we'll buy one of those. I do. I know we're going to be forever filling it up. What about slurry tanker? As in just the tanks? No, it's these, isn't it? Transport. We could look for one of these in the sales. Why would we do that when we have got a tanker we have got right next to us that actually does that? It wouldn't be a bad idea to, yeah, obviously we could sort of buy another one just for the milk and do another one. I don't really like mixing them, but no, I don't really. It's true. I'd like to colour them as well, but I'd need to go back to FS22 to grab the model to actually convert it into FS25. That will take quite a while, but yeah, it's still something that we can do. So with February, has our worker is about to finish on his last or her last line. So fantastic. Is he going or is he stuck? No, they're moving. No, they are moving. Right, fantastic. Let's just check this, that I am right, that this is fully upgraded. I can't remember if it does go up to 200 odd horsepower. I had a feeling it did. Yeah, we may as well. It's not a bad idea. No, that is the top it goes to. Yeah. So it is fully upgraded. Now then, let's have a look. March. We will leave it at March. We've got 3 tons of butter, including the one inside still. The buffalo milk is 3543, so that's going up without us putting. So I think because we put this right next to here, this is actually grabbing the milk straight out of here into its storage. In which, or did we? No, I think we put it in. We ought to leave it and see if it goes up. Really, slurry 37 tons. So we bought a slurry tanker. And foods that, yeah, everything's topped up, so we'll go through till March morning. Yeah, and say goodbye to, yeah, I do like the trailer, but I think it's not much bigger than ours, only it has got ramps. So I think, oh, we should have gone to 8 o'clock. So we now have got slurry tanker and the manure spreader. So we've got the two ways and plenty of slurry and plenty of manure. So that just did itself. That just emptied. Oh my life. If you leave that next to the trigger, it actually empties out itself. Oh wow. Well, that's a new feature. I do quite like that. That is really quite good. Right, so how much are we getting up to in this? Because this is like, was all my life, 31 tons. Yeah, it's... so we've got 450 litres of buffalo. Obviously, we've still got the same amount producing the milk. That's the thing we've got to remember. 3399. So we'll see if that goes down or whether it goes up. We're in March, so 10% reproduction. Sexual maturity 5%. That's, yeah, half of them. It's 30, 450 straw, 30,000. So yeah, we've still got a partial bale left in there. Slurry 41 tons. So it is really now time for us to get the planter. I think we're going to do vegetables in that one, and I think we'll yeah, we've not got a tater planter. We could lease it again like we did last time, a compactor. We've not been fortunate with getting a stone picker, but we have got the slurry. So yes, I mean, we're really going to save a lot of money on manure, fertilizer, really. And we've still got 40,000 as well as buying that. Yeah, I mean, you've got to really think. Gets to a certain stage, and to find the odd tool is quite a good thing. So we've still come the old way, haven't we? No, I think this is too tall for this. I don't think it can go under. Definitely not. We can drop it there. Oh, it sort of went in the ground a little. Right, so I think that's where we're going to leave it. So do we grab a potato planter, like lease it right now? We've got plenty of tates, so we could like grab... I'm trying to think, we could fill the front box and use the fence as the planter, because it makes a lot of sense. Although I suppose we could, with the 3 meter, we could actually use, as I said, this is a right good tractor. It's quite amazing now, a front 3-point link really makes a difference in so many places. We could buy another front box. They're not going to break the bank. Ooh. Okay, let's try and... Yeah, now this you've got like... Yeah, do it... like a bit higher. Yeah, it doesn't want... It's weird. Most of them want you to be like on the floor. The Quick doesn't. That's much better. So I think we'll buy another front box. That way we can store an extra almost 2 tons of potatoes, vegetables. Because vegetable seeds, they're in litres. So that would go on and on and on. We've got 2 tons of seeds in there. I think we've got some more. We could grab another... Oh, we didn't look, did we? 10,925. We've got the 60 tonner. I don't mean that we can never. It is a good price, but oh wow, that's a specialist org wagon. I didn't realise. We've got a biggie, we don't need that, and an 8.4 metre shallow cultivator. No, not really. We're good for all of those things. Not saying that we couldn't make use of. Right, so we need to lease the potato planter for next time. We're going to buy another seed tank. We don't want the front weight on this. I don't know that we had... No, it was this. We didn't have the front weight on this as well, did we? So we bought another one of those. We want another... I've got 2 tons. Let's buy a couple more and fill that box for the vegetable planter. And we'll set that going on... We'll do the big one. I think what we'll do is we're going to go do that now. We'll grab the vegetable... planter, which we've never used, which we left where? We did bring it across. might be somewhere on that original field, or we may have. Am I imagining that we've got a vegetable planter? Sure. Well, this is me. I'm sure we have, but it would be. Oh, it might be the other Riverbend Springs. Apologies for the silence. Yeah, I'm just triple checking. Oh yeah, one's down at the. I was going to say we've only got one. Yeah, one's down at the. Right, so we haven't. So really, it's something we could release then, in that case. So let's send the fence because it's quicker, and just include this in this particular. Now, why am I trying to click on the map there? We grab the fence, which was there. We just had it. Right, let's grab this. We'll go down to the shop, pick that front box up, fill it with seeds. I might do it off camera. Yeah, it's not mega interesting, is it? I would say mega buys. We have, of course, the other thing is, that reminds me, yeah, we've got a sale, haven't we, of our, yeah, we've got the butter too. Not the butter, sorry, the olive oil. No, sunflower even. That's going to bring 31,000 in, and we have our butter, which is, wow, that's not bad either. Mozzarella, wow, half a ton is worth 4,000. That's amazing. It is, as I said, that's buffalo mozzarella. As ours get bigger, it's going to be fantastic. Let's go grab that. Do we? How much is it to buy? I think it's vegetable planters, isn't it? Vegetables, I think, which is lower. 12,500. Always save it for the biggie, or look for it in the sales. We could lease that. It's a lot more expensive though. Yeah, it's weird how it's like 4 times the amount for that extra 3 meters. Yeah, and it doesn't. It is just bigger. Right. Okay. Right. I'm gonna say my goodbyes. Yeah, I'm gonna go do this. Have I got everything down? No, I need to lease that, don't I? I think we're gonna lease. I mean, the other thing is, you could buy one this year and stick with a 3 meter, and then either get another one in the sales, or. So I think what we'll do, yeah, we'll give this year a chance. We will lease one this year because you never know. It is one of those things that frequently comes up in the sales. We will get one. It makes sense. Or some of the planters are specialist and do. No, I'm thinking of Princess Black in FS22. So far, we've not got anything that actually does that. Yeah, so we'll. That's something I haven't thought of doing. Yeah, I would. The one thing I'd love to do is actually make a planter stroke seeder, like you can do. Have the modules fitted on extra, so it does everything. But also, it would be nice if you could do vegetables too, because they are a very similar technology. You could easily integrate that as well. I'll have to talk to the BI Industries and see what they can do. Right. So then. Yeah, of course we've got that as well, haven't we? Well, we need the vegetable thing though, don't we? Really. So let's lease it for now. Yeah, it's going to take an awful long time to do that. It is. I think actually the vegetable planter's tiny. It'll take a little tiny bit of seeds because it really is. It takes a minimal amount, as we all know. And then potatoes, we need that as well, don't we, to lease that? Oh wow. Yeah, so potato, let's get that done, and then I'll literally grab that off camera. I think we're going to go for exactly the same again, the 3 meter Grimmy as well, because the difference, the price increase for like, yeah, it's just so cheap to lease like that. Right, so I'm going to say my goodbyes. Yeah, I'm going to come and grab this lot. I'll grab another tractor, and it's got to be really the John Deere. Yeah, so I'm going to say my goodbyes, but expect this lot to be back at the farm next time, and we will get cracking with our planting. I am going to set this going on that big field, because it's going to take it an awful long time to do that field. So yeah, all that remains to be said is thank you very much for watching. Truly do hope you're going to join me next session and stick with me on this journey. And I'm going to say goodbye for now.